Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, there's some insane deals that Tesla has just released, some crazy payments for as low as $131 a month, or if you're looking for a performance, like $258 a month, which is pretty crazy indeed. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics, but before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you want to see all of our Tesla recommended accessories, there's only 3 of them, plus discount codes and everything. Definitely check it out on our brand new website with all the different codes to save you some extra money. Today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your data, online privacy, and much more. But more on that later. So Tesla has announced a new leasing program for pre-owned vehicles, pre-owned Model 3s and Model Ys, 2 states only. But if you take a look at some of the payments, it gets pretty crazy indeed, as low as $131 a month, 0 down payment, 24-month lease at 10,000 miles. Pretty crazy to see for a Model 3 if you're looking to do that. It is a 2018 long-range all-wheel drive Model 3, but for $131 a month, I mean, if you can get a deal like that on a used one, and this is your first Tesla, it might be worth it to just drive this for 24 months or even less. If you're looking for a Model Y, $229 a month, at least what they're advertised, but it gets even crazier than this. And I'm going to show you, because I've scoured to take a look at some of the deals out there. There's even better deals like that, not as this one, that there's even better deals. Can you compare like value and everything? Nick posted this. You can now lease a pre-owned Tesla for as low as $225 a month with 0 down. Price includes the $4,500 Tesla leasing incentive, which is expiring on September 30th. So I'm wondering here, are they using the $4,000 used electric vehicle credit to be able to do this? I wonder how they're actually doing this to get these crazy low payments. Sorry, posted this. You can now lease certified pre-owned Model 3, so it gets a little bit of warranty from Tesla for as low as $225 a month for a Model Y, 12 or 24-month lease terms available. And so I can imagine if you are someone that uses your vehicle for work, maybe it could be like an Uber driver, and you can stay under these 15K mile per year limits. Even if you pay for like the extra mileage, it could be worth it. Default 0 down payment, which is pretty crazy. Now, this only is going to be in California and Texas initially, and it's limited to select pre-owned Model 3s and Model Ys, and you can buy out this lease at the end of the term here. And so very interesting to see. And let me show you some of the deals. And what's cool with this is that some other used vehicles that Tesla has, they're also including 3 months of full self-driving supercharging, premium connectivity on select vehicles in inventory. And so here's what I saw initially this morning when I was taking a look at it. You can get Model Y performances for like $285 a month. I think the best one I saw was this screenshot here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them under $270 a month. One at $258, $253, and $266 a month for a performance Model Y. That's crazy, the amount of deal that is in terms of the low payment and everything. And I imagine these got scooped up pretty quickly because this is a crazy deal for sure. Here is taking a look at some Model 3 standard range plus rear-wheel drive. $151 a month for Model 3 is insane to be able to find one at this low payment. And of course, yeah, it was probably sold, and that's why I clicked a lot of them open, just because like they're probably all gone at this point. I think the trick here is you can switch it to all deliverable to see some of them across the country. And wow, I didn't even see this one's even lower, $129 a month for a lease for a Model 3. Of course, it is 2019, and it also has 93,000 miles. So I'm not sure this could be a good lease candidate because it probably doesn't have warranty, but you can see 0 down, $129 a month for 24 months. Let's factor in some taxes and fees for Los Angeles, and it goes up to $141 a month with $1,700 due at signing. Pretty crazy for sure indeed with these types of deals that are out there. And so if you're looking to if you're goal is just a low payment at the end of the day, and you don't want like too much crazy with other things, but I mean, this could have some maintenance, so I would be worried about that a little bit because it is on the higher mileage side. There's no warranty, and also, I mean, well, you do get the 1-year warranty when you're doing a pre-owned lease. You can actually find all the default details right here, inspected and refurbished by Tesla, and it gives you all the different details on what's included with this and what they actually do. And so when you do get a used Tesla from Tesla, you get a limited warranty. It's covered by an extensive warranty for 1 year or 10,000 miles, whichever comes first after you buy it. But if you're buying it after the 4-year 50,000 miles, then you're not going to get any of that bumper to bumper warranty, but you still do have the battery warranty, which I like how they put like these 85% after 200 miles. The battery warranty is actually up to like 100 to 100, 8 years, 120,000 miles for most Model 3s and most Model Ys, because some of the rear-wheel drives have even lower mileage warranty, have 100,000 miles with that. And so very interesting to see. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. It's a crazy deal for sure. And I know a lot of you are interested in buying a new Tesla. And so that's actually why we just launched a new product, a new guide for you out there. There's a lot of different steps and a lot of different discounts and a lot of different, things that you need to follow to make sure you get the best deal on a Tesla. And so that's why we created a ultimate Tesla deal checklist. It's like a 17-step process that you can save thousands that you might not be knowing or thinking about with how to get the best deal on a Tesla. And right now, if you use promo code YouTube, you'll get an extra discount as well. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description or pinned onto the live stream chat as well. But very interesting. Let us know what your thoughts are. Would you buy one of these brand new or not brand new? Would you buy one of these leased Teslas for a used one at these crazy low payments?
If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up, my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too.
Thanks for that, everyone. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to see some of these low lease payments that are out there, and I wish I kept the screen up because those Model Y performances for $200 or $258 a month is pretty insane to see. I mean, some of these like $129 a month for, I mean, that's essentially like if you are driving any gas car, that's going to be very, very, very similar to that. And so very crazy to see some of this. But let's see who dropped by today. Tesla 54, thanks for coming in. Kushi, thanks for coming in. Anonymous, thanks for coming in. Mountain, great to see you. RC, thanks for coming in. Tesla 54, maybe Tesla 54. You should be looking at some of these like pre-owned performance Model 3 leases, because I mean, if you can get like, I'm just curious actually. Let's take a look at what a performance Model 3, $205 a month. Now, of course, this is the older body style, and I mean, but at what? I mean, a new lease on a Model 3 performance is what, $699? So what, a third of the cost? I mean, you can't tell me that a new performance is 3x worth it. I mean, maybe it is, but because you have to depend on like the warranty and everything. Tesla 54, everybody hit the like button. Oh, thank you for that. Tesla 54 for the reminder. Casey, if I want a Model 3 performance with full self-driving, is now the best time to buy, even if hardware 5 retrofit may not be available in the future. I mean, if you need a vehicle, then it is always a good time to buy. If you don't, you might as well just keep waiting out and see what happens in the next quarter, because we are like a month and a half at this point from Q4, and it could be a very interesting time to see what actually happens. Baller car, yes, Tesla for sure. U-Haul, thanks for coming in. Used leases, yeah, U-Haul, that's what we're looking at right now at some of the deals. I mean, $129 a month for a Model 3. Travis, thanks for coming in. Great to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Riam, what is a good what is a good screen protector for new Model Y main and back? Joa's got a great one. Use promo code and save some money down below in the description. Piero, how would a used lease be a risk? Do we need to repair the car if it breaks? I would think so, because it is your vehicle and you have to keep it up to a certain spec. I don't think it comes with any sort of maintenance or anything like that. That would be crazy if it did, because I mean, when you're getting into high mileage leases like this, there could be things that go wrong. I mean, Teslas are still pretty good in terms of not having too many issues, but you still have to like change brakes at maybe like 50 to 100,000 miles, actually maybe even longer than that. But it could be a very interesting situation, and maybe we go take a look at one of these, because I just noticed that this one is relatively near us. Oh, actually no, but there is a pre-owned center. I had no idea there is a pre-owned center in that area, which is kind of close to us as well. But I'm in New York. Tesla 54. Yeah, should I buy used Model 3 Performance 2023 or 2022? I mean, some of the used ones are pretty down there as well, and so I would take a look at it. Those cheap leases not in New York, are they? I don't know. What's your zip code? Dusty, thanks for coming in. Love the daily stream. Thank you for dropping by as well. Casey, do you think it'll be good of a price, as now once Hardware 5 comes out, we will lose the tax credit? I think Tesla is going to try and figure out how they can incentivize all these different things in the near future. And that's going to be a Q4 thing when it actually happens, in terms of we'll just have to wait and see. It seems like right now is a great time for people to buy Teslas. And of course, if you're looking to lock in your Tesla order, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. If you're already using, or if you're already getting full self-driving, then using our Tesla referral code down below does support the channel. So thank you for that. And of course, don't forget to check out our ultimate deal checklist to make sure you're saving all of your thousands of dollars before buying your new Tesla. It's a step-by-step process, so definitely check it out, link down below. And of course, use promo code YouTube to save a bunch of money off of your first checklist. In this next topic, Model Y demand is up. Now we're getting very, very, very close to the end of the $7,500 federal tax credit. But is there a reason why Tesla has updated all of their different ordering pages to show 5 to 6 weeks now? And I really think it's more so they don't want to upset customers, because if it in reality is 3 to 4 weeks, they're probably going to show a little bit longer, because you never know what could happen in terms of logistics and transportation or anything, especially when you're in a place like New York. My tip here is that if you're in a place like California, Texas, really close to the factories, you probably are going to be fine, and you can maybe wait a little bit longer. But if you're East Coast states or even central area, I would probably place your order in ASAP, because you don't want to risk it, especially if the $7,500 federal tax credit is coming to an end on September 30th. Or you might have to pivot, just like how this message says, because you have to take delivery by September 30th to get the $7,500 federal tax credit. And so Tesla has changed estimated delivery times for new custom orders for Model Ys and Model 3 variants in many parts of the US to 5 to 6 weeks. This was 4 to 6 weeks. It's kind of interesting. Everything like the executives have said, like on the earnings call, and also with like them posting on X, that incentives are disappearing and that wait times will get longer. Everything seems to be coming true. And so if you're still on the fence and you're one of these people that have, you must have a specific build or everything, and you're not close to the factories, then I would probably hurry up and try and place your order ASAP if you are looking to get in your Tesla. And so this could mean one thing, that the demand for the Tesla vehicles is starting to increase, especially for the Model Y, as people try to scramble to try and get into a vehicle with the $7,500 federal tax credit. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get your 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. In California, though, related to demand, I guess California is also considering funding a replacement for the $7,500 federal electric vehicle tax credit. That would be very, very, very expensive for California. But I mean, the last program that they had before, I mean, they do have like the DCAP program, which can give you $10,000 or something like that for low income. But there's also there was like a $2,000 one where most people would qualify. It was still income limited, but it seems like now they're trying to beef it up now that the federal one is ending on September 30th. And so very interesting to see as well. So let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments.
Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic.
Thanks for that, everyone. And if you're just joining in, welcome. We're just taking a look at some of the crazy pre-owned leases that are out there. I mean, Model Y Performance for $285 a month. Oh, actually, it might even get a little bit lower because we were just looking in, $249 a month for a Model Y Performance 2022. And then we've got another one right here, pre-owned, 68,000 miles on it for $265 a month for a lease. Very cool to see. Still stinking Lincoln. Do you still have to pay sales tax like a brand new one? Yeah, you always have to pay sales tax. Remember, guys, if you have negative equity, you won't get the 2.49 and 2.99. I have a 800 credit score and I had to pay off my negative equity, and then I got the 2.49. Yeah, 100%. That's usually the case, but you can finance a little bit of the negative equity with Tesla. We've seen that before in the past. I hope Tesla tries to get current leases back early so they can add this deal. I am ready to upgrade. Oh yeah, that's a good point. And maybe this is what they're doing with a lot of their lease turn-ins. They can now try and lease them for a lower rate to try and push vehicles. Model L for the win. Got some bad news about that U-Haul coming up next with that. JD drove around my local inventory lot and saw about 60 Cybertrucks sitting collecting dust. When are better CT deals coming to move these? I mean, I thought they were pretty good right now with the current Cybertruck deals because you get 0% if you get full self-driving or 2.49%. And if they're still sitting, then yeah, we could easily, I mean, there's also free supercharging on Cybertrucks as well. But if they're still sitting, then we could easily see some better deals. And I think across the board, like especially with the SX and Cybertruck, we're going to see some better deals in Q4. It just makes the only sense with that. In this next topic, unfortunately for the Model Y 6-seater, Elon has just said that we will not be getting a Model Y 6-seater this year, and not even like early next year. It seems like Elon was posting about this on X, and here's exactly what he said. And before we get into this, maybe he's got a different reasoning why he said there's not going to be a Model Y 6-seater this year, especially for the US. And so, quote, this variant of the Model Y doesn't start production in the US until the end of next year. Wow. So if it doesn't start production till the end of next year, then maybe it's not even going to be one of these things where it doesn't get sold until like the year after. So maybe even 2027 at this point. Quote, might not ever, given the advent of self-driving in America. And so he is literally betting the whole company on robotaxi and everything. And of course, a lot of people do not like the sound of that because there seems to be a lot of hype of this Model Y L on social media. And yes, it is an exciting vehicle. It seems to be like it's going to be bigger, more for families. But I don't know, part of me doesn't really feel like, I think I should save my judgment for when I actually see it in person. If now maybe I never see it in person, because maybe who knows if it even comes to the US with it. But there's a lot of people upset about this vehicle not coming to the US. Christopher Dungeon said, surprise, Model Y L isn't a priority for the US. It would sell extremely well, and it would take time for the masses to embrace autonomy, no matter how fast Cybercab scales. Meaning people will still need the cars to purchase, and Model X is the only family size option vehicle. But even the Model X, I really feel like isn't that big as well. But taking a look at this, there's a lot of people saying that, Model Y 6-seater is not coming now because of what Elon said and how the US is a big market, but I'm not sure it actually is big enough for the US market. I mean, take a look at like Model X, R1S, and I'm talking Gravity as well. Those are actually true third road vehicles. And of course, this picture that people were posting kind of makes me giggle a little bit as well, because you can see that this person, who knows how tall the person is, but his head is sticking above the trunk line here. And if the trunk is closed, then he'll be right where that window is, maybe like a fist size. And so, I think it will do good, but I don't think it's going to sell like hotcakes in the US because of the certain size or anything. We are certainly starting to see more pictures like this one of someone actually using the third row and then putting like a tea table right here to the left. So really fun to see that as well. But maybe here's the reason why Elon is saying how this vehicle won't be coming to the US. Quote from Holdmeyer's catalog, he wants people to buy the current Model Y this quarter and doesn't want the Osborne effect of people just waiting around for Q4 and not buying a vehicle at all. Or even Sawyer said probably more so next quarter when the EV credit is gone. So that does make a lot of sense, because, and I was almost surprised why the Model YL, not surprised, because they've been releasing a ton in China, which is a more competitive market than the US, and it's almost like Elon has to say something so that people will buy the current Model Y while it's still available and everything in this market. But here's like a little bit of an analysis here. Shout out to Michael for posting this. We have the Model YL, we've got the Lucid Gravity, I want to say, with a third row spacious in the backside, and then we've got the Rivian right here in the back as well, which of course, when you have a Rivian style vehicle with the back seat like that, where there is less trunk space, and so really you have to figure out how it is actually going to be adapt and everything. Matt posted this, incredibly disappointing to hear, and I know many others will feel the same. You're losing parents with 3+ kids in this one. Ironically, Elon tells people to have more kids. The car, once they make it, the one car they make for a family costs an astronomical amount. The Model X, don't like this at all. And so very interesting to see. Let us know if, this decision that Elon is saying that it will not be coming to the US just right away, is it affecting your decision to actually purchase or not?
But one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this, and that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners, and I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there, 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones, and by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic.
Thanks for that. And 3W gave us an exclusive high promo code at 35% off. Use promo code Dennis35 down below in the description. Ooh, ALX, would the GL Slate 7 fit well in the Jawa underscreen invisible station? It's a good question. I think it will if the antennas were folded in. I think it definitely will, but if it's folded up, then it won't fit. Cubano, thanks for coming in. Piero, if I paid the $250 for a 2025 lease, can I change it for a used one? So in the past, I have heard of that where people are able to switch, but I haven't heard of it anytime recently. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask at this point, especially if you're looking to get one of these used crazy lease payments. Spoiler alert, Elon is lying about the Model YL for 2026, in my honest opinion, RC. Yeah, and maybe he is just trying to sell current Model Ys, because that's why it's they haven't released anything for the US or have been quietly tight-lipped, because it's just going to hurt them if they do, and they might as well just keep it under wraps in what is actually going to happen. But if you're just joining in, welcome. We've got some crazy deals. Tesla is pushing out these lease payments for pre-owned vehicles, pre-owned Teslas now. Here's the lowest one we found in the country, Model 3, $129 a month. Here is $151 a month for this Model 3, and there's a couple Model Y performances as well at $249 a month. Actually, I'm kind of curious, like, what is the cheapest, most inexpensive Model Y lease that you can get? Okay, $214 a month. Pretty crazy to see. Casey, what happens if I place an order now and it doesn't come before September 30th? Then I really feel like I guess let's run through that in our head. So if we place an order now, and if a lot of people are placing an order now and the vehicles don't get here by September 30th, Tesla knows that a lot of people were banking on that $7,500 federal tax credit discount. And are they just going to say, sorry, now the vehicle is $7,500 more? No, I think Tesla's going to try and they already know probably what their situation is and how they're going to strategize on how they're going to maintain those people that have orders to ultimately sell them a vehicle, because they are not going to be paying $7,500. I mean, there probably will be a percentage of people that will pay the extra $7,500, but there's a good amount of people that will cancel. And so if you think about it, if you're willing to risk your $250 non-refundable deposit, you might as well just get on the list anyways initially, because you're not actually committing to buying a vehicle immediately. You still are just waiting for a VIN to get assigned to your account and credit application and everything. So of course, if you're looking to do that, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving added to your Tesla vehicle. If you're already getting full self-driving, then using our referral code down below does support the channel. And I know there's a ton of different tricks, and I know that I make a lot of videos on the channel going through all the different ways to get discounts and everything. But if you don't want to watch any of that and you want to just go straight to a checklist, a beautiful checklist that we created of these 17 steps that you can save thousands off of a brand new Tesla, definitely check out our deal checklist down below in the description. And of course, use promo code YouTube to save a massive amount off of the initial promo and everything with that. And of course, we're looking for feedback on that so as well, if you do purchase it and everything, or when you do purchase it. JD, can you get additional deals or incentives by physically going and talking to a Tesla advisor about their inventory availability? So yes, actually, I've always kind of recommended that. Sitting from home is nice and comfortable, but really the best is going into the store. You get to experience the Tesla, you get to drive one if you haven't done that already, and maybe talk to some of the sales advisors to see if there's any demo discounts that are available out there, and also see if they can find you inventory that isn't shown online, and maybe offer you an option credit. I'm still hearing of people getting option credits to this day just by asking for it. So you might as well take a shot. And you're really killing like 3 birds with 1 stone by going into a store and checking out a new Tesla. In this next topic, Tesla models are the least likely to be stolen. We've got some new data, new reporting out from the IIHS that the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y are the least likely vehicles to be stolen. EVs in general are 85% less likely to be stolen than the industry average. The vehicles with the lowest claim vehicle in frequencies for whole vehicle theft is Model 3, and then Model Y, and then Model 3 again, rear-wheel drive. Oh, interesting. Number 4, Toyota RAV4 Prime all-wheel drive, and then of course another Tesla, and then the vehicles go on and on. The highest one that's stolen is Chevy Camaro ZL1, and then Acura TLX all-wheel drive. Very interesting to see those 2 vehicles at the top here, and kind of just makes sense. Like all Tesla vehicles have GPS tracked in immediately. All of them have in-app alerts that kind of tell you when something is happening, or like Sentry mode and goes off. And so it's really nice to be able to see all this. But the one thing in the opposite stat to this is I do wonder, like, if there is a stat for how many times a vehicle glass window is smashed, because we used to live in the Bay Area, and I would hear stories of, or see stories of, where like the Tesla vehicles were targeted because of like the rear glass window. It wouldn't trigger the alarm. But I think they've since fixed that. And so Teslas were certainly targeted for, robberies and everything like that in the past. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Joe, please let me know, is the 2026 Model Y coming? Performance, hopefully before 9:30. No, I don't think so, Joe. Sorry. Tesla needs an affordable, decently sized minivan type of vehicle for families. ALX, yeah, I agree. And maybe that's going to be like the Robovan or something similar like that. That's going to be a little bit smaller. Royal, I'm thinking about leasing a Model Y on a 2-year lease. Should I do it now before the end of September or wait until the end of the year, December? I live in SoCal. Royal, my advice is always the same on this. If you need a vehicle, then the deal is good. If you don't, you might as well just keep waiting out and see what happens in quarter four, because every year, quarter four is always the best time to buy a Tesla. This year, it might be a little bit different with the 7,500. And so it really depends, like, do you qualify for the 7,500? If you're leasing, then really there's not, I mean, the lease deal is okay at the moment. It's not like fantastic. And could the lease deal get better in quarter four? It's possible. Has the lease payment been lower before in the past? It definitely has in quarter two. And so I'm not sure I would be leasing one right now. And I never buy a Tesla under 500 miles of charge. Oh, that's very interesting, because all of them are 500 miles of charge. Alex, would Tesla offer the full self-driving 8K to cover the lost tax credit? ALX, I do have that as one of my theories for what they're going to be doing in quarter four, because it could get very interesting. Timothy, fire edit on the new video. Yeah, congrats, Timothy, for being a part of that. And actually, great time chiming, Timothy, with what our next topic is going to be. Thoughts on the most stolen car, 1990 Camry? Oh, interesting. I mean, I guess back then the most stolen. Model 3 owner, I'm safe. Yeah, Teslas are just safer in general because of all the different technology that's looped into them. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's my post on it. So if you're just joining in, welcome. We've got two insane lease deals that are basically as low as Model Y Performance, $253 a month from Tesla as a lease, and Model 3. I mean, this is like literally a cell phone payment, $131 a month for a Model 3 lease, 0 down payment, 24 months. It's pretty crazy. For sure, to see some of these different payments. And I mean, gotta give it to Tesla. They are creatively trying to figure out how can they sell as many Teslas, both on the new side and on the used side as well. In this next topic, he just bought a brand new Tesla with 5 credit cards, and I mean, also got a crazy discount as well. We've definitely talked about the discount before in the past, but we've never talked about how this gentleman was able to use 5 credit cards and get 500,000 points, with also being able to spend about $30,000 of the purchase price of a Tesla. Now, of course, that's not the whole purchase price of the Tesla, but he got darn pretty close to that. And shout out to Timothy, who was in the chat as well. 22-year-old Timothy opened 5 credit cards, and we actually have a list of all 5 credit cards, and was able to get 500,000 points in credit card points from the actual spend, plus like the natural spend as well. And so you might be wondering, like, why would someone do this? And if you're not in the credit card game at all, then yes, you would be probably confused why this would make any sort of sense. But when you get 500,000 credit card points and use it for actual travel, you can probably net very easily like 10 to 15, maybe even $20,000 in spend return, with like flights and other things like that, maybe nice hotels for a nice vacation or anything like that. And so here's how he pulls it off. And you can see here's a crazy screenshot with this. And this method, I think, still works, but still tread very lightly with this. But how this works is that you open up a credit card, you get the bonus spend, like the spend 5,000 for 100,000 points or whichever, and then you buy gift cards and then apply those Tesla gift cards to your Tesla balance when you're purchasing a Tesla. Now you can see here there was a little bit of a process here in which, you know, Timothy went step by step on this and didn't just go crazy and spend the whole 30K at once, but I would probably recommend that as well. Maybe do what you're willing to keep on the side anyways, to buy like a wall charger, accessories, or anything like that you're already going to purchase. The strategy with that Timothy had here was that he was already going to buy full self-driving and full separately. So him just buying, $4,000 to $8,000 at a time was very, very, very comfortable for him to actually do this. And here is the actual credit cards that he actually opened, and he had to use like some family members to get the bonus spend as well, because you can't just as one person. Even if I tried to do this, you probably wouldn't get approved back to back to back. Well, maybe, but you definitely wouldn't be able to get two Chase Sapphire Preferred back to back. You'd probably be able to do only one of those. But Chase Sapphire Preferred, $5K for 100K points. Amex Platinum Biz, spend 20K, get 250K points, and Venture X, spend 4K to get 75,000 points. If you're looking for the full interview and also how he was able to get a $20,000 discount as well, I linked it right there so you can take a look at it in the live stream chat. But shout out to Timothy for sure for being for literally having the balls to be able to do something like this with purchasing a Tesla, because I don't know if I would go that crazy. Maybe I would just do one credit card and get one sign up bonus points, but still kudos for sure to be able to do a deal hack like this and also get like $20,000 off of a Tesla vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Would you do this same thing, or would you just do like 1,000 or two at a time with it?
So congrats on buying your Tesla, or you're about to just buy your Tesla. But now here's the second most exciting part. That's accessories. And there's a ton of accessories out there, probably even way too much. And I try and bucket it into the top 3 accessories that you can get. And that's going to be phone mounts, all-weather floor mounts, and center consoles. A good set of all-weather floor mounts is probably my #1 recommendation. And I've got a bunch of links and discount codes to all the accessories that I recommend down below in the description and on our best deal spreadsheet on page 2. Check out this one from Jawa that we use on all of our Teslas, linked down below, or their center console, which I also use on all of our Teslas as well. A must-have because Tesla doesn't come with a center console. But my #1 accessory I recommend is going to be all-weather floor mats, and I bucket it from 3 different options: good, better, and best. The good ones are going to be the ones that you find on Amazon. Better is going to be the ones from like Tasmanian. But my favorite, all-time favorite that we have on our Model X and Model 3 Performance currently is going to be a set of all-weather floor mats by 3W Liners. If you use our promo code down below in the description, you'll find that the price of these floor mats are pretty in line with some of the other ones at a much higher quality material. So thank you to everybody that's used our links to support the channel, and let's get on to the next topic.
Thanks for that, everyone. Casey, what are some examples of why the Q4 is the best time to buy it? Every year it always is, because Tesla, and maybe not this year because it could be different, could be, but what it is, the thought process, and it's not just Tesla, it's actually all of the vehicle brands that are out there. Every year they have a sales number that they have to hit by every end of quarter and also end of year. And so that's why all of them layer on incentives and discounts. And it's not going to be different, even though the 7,500 is ending. Royal, we do qualify for the 7,500. We're not in a hurry. This will be an extra vehicle for us. And yeah, I would just keep waiting, because just out of curiosity, who knows if the deal gets better. Captain, I'm kind of jealous of you guys in California, because here in Florida, we really don't get any good rebates and stuff on Teslas besides the tax credit. Well, no, actually, I know in Florida, there's like, I think one of your state utility companies give you like a free wall charger. That might have ended by now, but I think it's still out there. Door right, my Model Y has 125,000 miles and battery went bad. I can only charge 80 miles. Can you trust third-party battery repair shop? Yeah, ooh, actually that's pretty bad. Yeah, there is a bunch of them that have popped up, at least in the California area. I would just probably go on Yelp and see which of them have a good review. He got me beat. I only use 2 credit cards. U-Haul. Yeah, I mean 2 is better than me. I probably would only do 1. 2 credit cards, $4,000 charge on each. Nice. Congrats on that. Tom, leased my Model Y last December, 12,000 miles. It's been only 8 months and I'm at 20,000 miles. Should I lease, or should I keep lease or terminate now? I mean, can you actually? I don't think you can terminate. You have to keep going through it until the end of it, or you roll the payments or something like that. Can you use Tesla credits for a down payment? Yes, you can. Real Black Betty. I had a friend who put like $5,000 down on a lease. One word on advice on credit cards: cash back. Yeah, U-Haul, I know exactly what you're saying, because I used to be in the point grind game, and then once you get to like a certain amount of points, it kind of just sits there. And if you don't travel, then you're like, this is just sitting here. This is, it's not earning any sort of interest, and the companies keep devaluing them every single year. So you really have to earn, spend, earn, spend, earn, spend, which I can see why cash back can make a lot of sense. Timothy is a very sharp man, gave himself a nice gift while buying his car cash. Yes, different moves and, going through a lot of work as well. Timothy, I wouldn't recommend exploring this loophole now. Tesla explicitly said in the app that gift cards purchased after 7/29 cannot be applied to vehicle purchase. Do at your own risk. Thanks for the tip there, Timothy. I didn't realize there was an update on that. Dusty, purchased 3W liners, and wow, they're so nice. Yes, Dusty, thank you for that. 3W all-weather floor mats. I mean, if you're looking for a floor mat, Great value, great price, lifetime warranty, and I think look better than OEM. And you can save 35% off by using code Dennis35 down below in the description. It is worth it for sure. Can you explain how the kid used the gift card to pay for the Tesla purchase? It's actually in the full video, so definitely check it out. Are you going to Electrify Expo in the Bay? I don't think I am, but I don't even know. I think that's coming up now, but I don't know at this point. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. One last recommendation, of course, if you are buying a Tesla, don't forget about trading or selling your current vehicle. And that's why I would say take a look at givemethevin.com down below in the description. One community member actually was able to get $3,000 more by selling it to Give Me the VIN over Tesla. So it is definitely well worth it to at least give them a shot and see the maximum value that you can get. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.